TitleMatchNetwork.com.
How come you left the territory in '98 for back to the States?
Divorce. I got divorced and I came back to the United States. Actually, my hip, I was having real problems with my sciatic when I actually came to ECW, and I just sometimes I would go in the bathroom because I was in so much pain to put my boot on. I mean, I never really told anybody about it. You know what I mean? It was just my own. It was my own cross to bear, and I kept trying to go, and I actually thought it was I thought it was the end of my career. I ended up selling cars for a little while. You know, I mean, I had help from friends, Dave Finley. I mean, I stayed with him for a little while, and you know, and then after that, and so I mean, that was you know, I appreciated his support and him and his wife, and I remember doing the ECW, and I was having that problem. Like I said, I thought my career was over, and I sold cars for about 3 or 4 months, and then all of a sudden, my hip started feeling better, and I remember heading back to England after that, and just in England there was a good business. I mean, beginning in 2001, 2, and 3 through 4 in England, the business was just kick butt. I mean, they were selling out every venue for All-Star Promotions. So.
What about ECW? What are your memories about Paul Heyman?
Paul Heyman, he had a lot of ideas. He had a lot of energy. He really wanted ECW to be a great thing. I just think the only thing that there was a lot of ideas that went through into that, and a lot of guys worked hard. But the only problem with ECW is I think it was just too much hardcore and not enough psychology.
Right. Yeah. Did you know Paul at all from WCW?
I knew WCW. I remember Paul. I remember doing the Danger Zone, and he made me. He built me $1 million. You know what I mean? Put me over like Rover. You know what I mean? And then I'll never forget, we were doing these mixed tags. Missy Hyatt was my tag team partner, and I think he was either Terry Taylor or Arn Anderson. One was with Arn Anderson, and one was with Terry Taylor. And I remember doing the Meadowlands, and I had the broken record on him, and he was shitting himself. He really was. And I'll never forget, when I came out of the ring, he goes, "Oh, brother, thank you for taking care of me. Thank you." Because I didn't stiff him at all. I tried to, I don't want to hurt anybody out there. You know what I mean? I'll be tight, but I'm not going out there. I'm not going to, somebody gives me their body, I'm not going to take advantage of it.
How did the boys treat you in ECW locker room?
We all got along. I thought everybody got along pretty well. I mean, there was a lot of respect there. People knew who I was. I remember getting in there and getting along with everybody. I mean, I still have a little bit of contact with a few of the guys. Jerry Lynn's, I like Jerry Lynn, and I mean, I still have a little bit of contact with Jerry. So,
any memories of your matches with Spike Dudley? And did it bother you at all to put Spike over?
No, this is part of the business.
Right,
You know what I mean? I'm not getting paid anymore to win or lose. You know what I mean? I could care less. And it was just they wanted me to do it. I went in and did my job. They said, "Well, just do this," and I said, "Well, what if we did this?" And they loved they loved the little input that I had. So I went out there and did it. It got over like Rover. It was great for the Philadelphia the crowd there, and it was funny. I used to come up here as PN News as a good guy, and they used to boo me.
Yeah.
And I come back up to as a bad guy, and they're still booing me.
Yeah.
I don't know how to take these guys from Philly. I don't know. I don't get it.
Memories of the matches with the Baldies.
Yeah, the Baldies was an interesting thing, and I thought it could have ended up being something pretty good. I remember working with like New Jack and those guys and Balls and all that, and it's just the only thing with it, so much hardcore, it just gets to be too repetitive and too much. But you know what? I enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing a couple of the interviews that I did. I put on that high voice and was talking like, I guess, Curly, white guys, and
right.
So I kind of enjoyed it for the short time it lasted, but just moving on.
Thoughts on Tommy Dreamer?
I like Tommy, nice guy, guy that, yeah, I'm glad he got a little time in there in New York, and he got to do some of the stuff he was doing, and I got a lot of respect for Tommy. Memories
of working with Sabu?
I like working with Sabu. I enjoyed it. I mean, even though it was it's hardcore stuff. I mean, I like him. I like those guys. I remember working Mike Awesome. I enjoyed working with Mike Awesome. Van Damme. All those guys. I enjoyed Van Damme and Awesome and Sabu, working with those three most of all when I was there.
Watch thousands of exclusive shoot interviews right now on TitleMatchNetwork.com.